Hey golfers, I'm Reed Halton, your golf fitness trainer, and welcome back to My 180 Golf, your main hub for transforming your game on and off the course. From building strength and mobility to mastering the mental game and refining your swing, we're here to help you play your best golf yet. So welcome back to the Swing Smoothly series. In this episode number 2, we're focusing on the hips, a key area that controls rotation, balance, and power during your swing. So whether you struggle with stiffness or you just want to maximize your full range of motion, this session will teach you how to unlock your hips for better performance on the course. Now, let's start with the role of hips in golf. Your hips are a crucial part of your golf swing. They provide that rotational power needed to generate speed and control during your swing. If you have limited hip mobility and flexibility, it can cause a range of problems, from inconsistent shots to lower back strains. So research studies highlight the correlation between hip rotation and club head speed. Golfers with better internal and external hip rotation achieve greater power and accuracy, whereas tight hips, on the other hand, force that body to compensate, often leading to inefficiencies and injuries. So, for example, imagine trying to swing when your hips feel stuck. That stiffness prevents you from creating a full backswing and limits your ability to transfer energy efficiently from the lower body to the upper body. So those hips kind of act as that connector between the two. So how do you know if tight hips are holding you back? Well, common signs include difficulty maintaining posture during your swing. It reduces rotation or an over-reliance on your upper body. And then if you feel persistent stiffness or discomfort in your lower hips or back. So a simple test you can do is just stand upright, lift one leg to 90 degrees, and rotate your hip outward, trying to keep your upper body forward. So if you feel tightness or notice limited range of motion on either side, your hips may need some attention. So to help you harness that full role of your hips in golf, I'll be walking you now through a couple of key hip flexibility exercises that you can easily add to your golf fitness routine for improved rotation and better performance. All right, the first exercise we have is a sideline hip abduction. Here, as you can see, I'm lying on my side. Our top leg is rotating in nice big circles. Really want to try and keep that leg nice and straight. If it's okay to bend the knee a little bit, but again, we're trying to isolate the hip, get that full range of motion. Make sure we go both directions, forward and backwards. Again, making nice big circles. As you can see here, I'm going to go down now the side profile, so you can see that full range of motion where the leg comes back behind your body in front. Again, right there, nice big circles going backwards. Leg is nice and straight. You're just trying to get that full range of motion. Try and make it as big a circle as you can. So that's the first movement, is our sideline hip abduction. And now we're going to move into what's called a fire hydrant, really good for our hip abductors. You're going to start on your hands and knees, back nice and flat. And as you can see, I'm abducting my leg there with the knee and toe and the hips all staying at 90 degrees. As you can see, that knee and leg doesn't extend. It stays in that 90-degree position. So I'm going to go face on here. As you can see, opening up that hip. And try to keep my back nice and flat. It's okay if it angles up a little bit, but if we can keep that back nice and flat, just isolate that hip, working in on opening it up, working our hip abductor muscles, so that we're ready for our golf swing. And then the last one, we have a standing leg hip turns. Going to need like an elevated surface to put your foot on top. So I've got a box here. You can use a chair, you can use a little step stool, whatever you got available to you. And you're just going to keep that leg extended out in front, nice straight leg. And we're just going to rotate those hips externally and internally. Okay, so you want to make sure we do both legs. As you can see here, you can have your hands on your hips. You want to try and keep your shoulders and your hips in the same line. Okay, so you don't want to try and overcompensate with those shoulders going further than the hips. Just try and get those hips as far as you can. Again, really focusing on that rotation. You're going to find that I'm on here. Again, I'm going to show you front facing. And you're going to find that when you rotate internally, so rotating towards the leg, right here I'm rotating outwards, you're going to find it's more easier to rotate externally than internally, okay? And that's totally normal. that leg is kind of preventing you from limiting that rotation. So if you rotate externally, you're definitely going to get more rotation than you would internally. So it's fine if you notice that difference. Just see if you can notice the difference between the two legs. So if you can rotate a little further on the left leg than the right leg, you'll know where that limited flexibility is and where you need to focus on that rotation. So again, really great movement to use for your flexibility in your golf swing. Okay, now that you've tried these exercises, how do these exercises translate to your game? Well, improved hip flexibility allows for a fuller backswing with more rotation. It enhances weight transfer during this downswing, and it just gives you better posture and balance throughout your swing. So, for example, with increased hip rotation, you'll notice smoother transitions and more power as your hips are able to drive that motion instead of just your upper body trying to compensate. Like any aspect of training, again, consistency is key. So incorporating these hip stretches into your daily routine, whether that's a part of your fitness workouts or your golf warm-up or cool down, it will yield noticeable results over time. So I suggest starting with 2 to 3 times a week and progress as your flexibility improves. Thank you for joining me today in this video. I hope you found this video helpful. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know in the comments which exercise helps you the most, or if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. In the next episode, we'll be focusing on improving shoulder flexibility for a smoother backswing. We'll see you in the next video.